What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to take this gun apart. I can't find any videos where they show this particular one. I found one where it showed you how to take apart just a 464, but the tactical one is a little bit different. The tools you're going to need 2 sizes of screwdrivers. And I recommend something nice like a Craftsman. This is what I'm using. So I recommend getting some nice screwdrivers or something. Some of these screws can get gnarled up. You definitely don't want to do that. Then you definitely want to punch something nice like that. These aren't nice punches though. So, alright, let's get started on this mess. Alright, let's take this thing apart. Now the first thing you want to do is flip it over like this and take out the screw right here at the bottom of the lever. So, make sure you have some good screws so you don't mar up the heads. Alright, now that that's out, you should be able to push this pin right here that holds the lever, and without that screw on it, it should almost just fall right out. Now don't take the lever out yet. It's still held in there by the bolt. Alright, next step, flip the gun over to this side, come to this screw, and take it out. That's going to reveal the piece that holds the lever to the bolt, the pin. Now you're going to flip it over to the other side, and right above the loading gate is a little slot right here. Now you can see that pin through this side. You're going to get a punch, preferably a little better than mine. Mine suck. And you're gonna tap it out. That pin will just come straight out. And now the lever, you gotta wiggle it a little bit. The lever will come out of the receiver. Alright, next step, you can almost see the firing pin coming out, so kind of keep that in mind. You're going to pull the bolt out. Now if you have one of those thumb pieces that screw into that little hole right there, it's going to make your life a little easier, but I don't know where mine is. But you're going to want to pull this hammer down, and you can pull the bolt out of the gun. And it's really awkward without that piece, I'm not going to lie. Let me try this. Come on. There it goes. Like I said, really awkward without it. And the firing pin will just fall right out of the bolt. Now that you got your bolt out, you want your locking lug to fall out. Just tip it up, it'll fall right out. And there you go. You got this thing pretty much as far down as you have to have it to clean it. If you want to take these 2 pieces out, there is a screw right here for this guy, and there's a screw right here for this guy. And it pretty much just holds the follower. Now I'm going to take this one out, and make sure you have good screwdrivers before you do this. Okay, so I'm going to take this screw out. You're going to hear it fall in a second. There it goes. Make sure not to lose that screw. That thing is absolutely tiny. And then the piece is going to come right out of the gun. Now when you put it back together, you want this piece to the left side. I want this on top like this. If it'll focus, pointed this way. And you want it to look like that. So I'm going to put this back in there. And this is kind of awkward for me because I have to do this around my camera. So but there's a little trough that it falls into. You just kind of have to wiggle it in. But it's right there. You got to wiggle it in. There it goes. And you want to line those two up. I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm saying. Line them up. And get that tiny, tiny, tiny screw. And there you go. It should look like that when you're done. Alright, to put it back together, first you want to put this locking lug in. You want it, the flat end facing this, the curve to face towards the front of the receiver. And you want it to fall in like that. And it should look like that when you're done. Next part, put the bolt in. Make sure the firing pin's in. Now, make sure you put it in right. Just kind of put it in and churn it till it falls in like that. And the fun part, pull down the hammer. And another thing, if this follower is up like that, it will cause it to kind of go in hard. So just have it down like that. And just let it go in like that. There you go. Now the bolt's into the gun. Alright, the next part, a little tricky. But nothing we can't handle, right? On the back of the bolt, there's this trough right here. That's going to fit over the grooves on the locking lug. Right there. So, you're going to push this follower up. Like that. Alright. And I recommend kind of pulling the bolt back a little bit. And you're going to put this piece in. Before I forget, there's a little trough right here inside the follower. And you want this little guy to go into it. So, kind of fit it in like that. And then you want the back end first. And I can't explain how to do this very well because I honestly am not that great at it. But you just move it back and forth. Make sure you slide this onto that. Move it back and forth until you can push it in easily this way. And now you want to line these holes up. If you do it right, it will just pretty much be able to push in by hand. There you go. I almost pushed it too far. Then you get this screw. Get this screw. You put it in here. It's going to lock that pin in place. There. Tighten it. And that piece is going to be and there you go. Alright, now that you got your lever locked into place, you're going to push the bolt all the way home, and then you're going to try to get this locking lug all the way up. And I recommend pushing it like this till it's even, and there you go. It is completely flush. What you're going to do is you're going to come to the other side of the gun, right here. and you're going to line this up. And it's easier said than done, but you just kind of have to mess with it. Once you got it close, that. There it goes. You're going to get your pen, and you're going to put it in to the gun. And then tap it down with your punch. Until it goes all the way in. And your last step, so you're going to just put that big screw in the top. And there you go. The gun's all the way back together. A full review of this gun is coming. I want to put some more rounds through it, test it, put some lube on the inside a little bit more, kind of mess with it a little bit more. But if you'd like to see my first impressions of this gun, first out-of-box shooting, you can click right there and it'll take you to my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope this was educational. If you guys would like me to take apart the trigger assembly, it'll be a pain in the butt, but I can do it if I get enough requests. If I only get like one request, I'm not going to bother with it. But if I get enough requests, then fine, I'll I'll torture myself a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Full review is coming on the way. So thanks for watching, guys.